We are in Brazil in a tropical forest. It's sunset, nearly 2 hours for sunset, and I decided to record this video because lots of people go to tropical forests like this one, trails like this one, and got lost. So here goes my advices, personal advices you follow if you will, about how to plan and go to tropical forests. The first thing is study the area, plan your voyage, your trip, your walk in a trail like this one. Research what are the main rivers, the main cities, the main cell phone towers. Print all this in a map and carry the map with you when you go. It's important to have with you a map with UTM coordinates, a GPS if possible, or a cell phone with GPS, and also a camera like this one, all of these with extra batteries. It's important to know the place, to know the forecast, the time forecast. If there is a great storm coming before you go to the forest, it's not recommendable to go to a forest with such forecast. But prior to go to the forest, I strongly recommend you first get coordinates, carry coordinates with you. If possible, contract a trustful guide, because all of this will be very easy with a guide, a local guide that know the trail, know the forest. Another advice is always tell people the time you are planning to go and go back, how many hours you plan to stay in the forest. Get a cell phone number of the hostel when you are, and take people with you if possible. Go with other people to forest, don't go alone. After this, I also recommend that you have boots, chlorine, lighter, in the case that something wrong happens and you need to stay in the forest for a couple of days. I guess that if you carry a map with you, and if people know where you are, the rescue, if necessary, will be very easy, and you need to don't worry about this. Well, in the forest, after you planned your voyage, you are in the forest, I recommend that you walk in the forest always at sunlight. Take 2 hours prior to sunset, like now, to go back. If anything happens, you can go back in security. You have 2 extra hours. Never walk out of the trail like this. Avoid downhill like this, because you cannot see the trail here from there. It's very easy to get lost. Don't walk in the night for obvious reasons. And if you go to a top hill like that, the path where I came, be very careful with other trails in the time you are getting out, because sometimes you are downhill in a trail and forgot that this is other trail. It's not the trail you came. Oh, beautiful butterfly. It's very common mistake to people to go to a trail and took wrong directions after you appreciated the landscape, and sometimes people go lost and even die because of such silly mistakes. So avoid this. If necessary, mark with a plastic colored strip the place you came, the trail you came. Okay, if all this didn't work, I guess you probably will get lost. But be calm, try to make contact with people that know where you are. Here important advice, do not try to call phones, try to send messages, because messages can be sent with a minimal sign, and cell phone call, it's more difficult. You need a good sign. If you cannot get sign, I suggest that you go to a top hill. Don't go too much away, don't try shortcuts in the woods, but try to find a better place to sign and wait. If people know where you are, people will go after you, and maybe one day after you will be rescued. But always there is a possibility, and do not do that. But if you forgot to tell where you are, probably you need to use the map. You need to mark the places where you are, leading lefting signals where you came, where you are going. And if the rescue don't know where you are and a week passed as a bad situation, you will probably need to go by yourself to get out of the forest. Then use the map, try to send messages, try to mark trees or mark stones with other small stones like this in dry places where people can see that you passed by there and you left a message saying that you are alive, that you are trying to get out of the forest. That is in the last case, if people don't know where you are. Okay, do not try to shortcuts, because it's very easy to be lost. Try to send messages always instead of telephone calls, because it's more easy to get a sign. And a final advice is regarding indigenous people. Sometimes you find in the forest indigenous people. My advice is, do not try to hide, because most of times here in Brazil, by example, they are more likely to help you than to hurt you. So I guess that is all in the video now, and if you go to Brazil, good luck. Prepare your stay, prepare you walking in trails like this one. Don't forget to tell people where you are. This is very important. And good luck, good travel, and bye.